Hey bro, you forgot your glasses.
Oh man, you know what? I left them at the
I have been the personal beneficiary of our Stop, Talk, and Accept program. On at least 2 occasions that I clearly remember, people came to me and asked me to change what I was doing because I could do it better. I could keep myself out of harm's way. I was in the kitchen one time, we were inspecting the above ceiling work, and one of the electricians came to me and handed me ear protection because we were cutting studs, we were torching steel, and it was very loud in that confined space. The man handed me the earplugs, and I regret not tapping him on the shoulder and asking his name because he left, he never turned in a card, and I think that's actually a success because he did the stop and talking just because it was the right thing to do. He wasn't looking for personal recognition or to get a prize. He simply saw that we needed ear protection and he handed it to us and he went on with his work. Another time I remember being on the 3rd floor. We had created loading bays on the exterior of the building, a dangerous condition, but a necessary one to do the job. And we were out there inspecting the work, and I crossed the controlled access line. A carpenter working next to the area stopped me and said, "Hey, you just went by the controlled access area." I stopped, looked around, sure enough, the tape was behind me. The door happened to be locked, but the reality is I had gotten complacent. I had crossed the line without really stopping and confirming that I was still safe. And that man blurred the lines of authority and responsibility, and he stopped me and said, "You should probably watch out and make sure you stay safe. It's a dangerous condition." It's a condition that we had created ourselves, but the man went out of his way to make sure he told me, "You might be in danger." And that's exactly what we need as part of our Stop, Talk, and Accept program.
Excuse me, sir. Where are you going? Excuse me, sir. Hey, I know I have my yellow flags on the deck, but put a little more attention, please. You can fall over right there. Okay. I know I got all my flags on the deck because I work. I got all my guys right here. Okay. So after here, you need to have the 100% tie up. Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Stop, Talk, and Accept safety program works here at Camp Pendleton. Safety starts with the individual, but I believe with this program, it's been a more proactive approach to safety. I haven't been on any job sites where the safety morale is where it's at. I feel that everybody's comfortable with somebody coming up to them and relaying that the task that they are doing is unsafe for either themselves or for the employees around them. I can't always be everywhere at one time. As a superintendent, I've got staff meetings, I've got subcontractors meetings, I've got startup meetings. It gives me a little comfort level to know that there's 600 plus people out here at Camp Pendleton watching after themselves and watching after everybody else around here. There's been numerous occasions. I know one for certain is that there was an electrician loading conduit overhead on his reach fork, 3 stories up with no spotter down below. Another subcontractor had warned him, had told him that that was an unsafe act. The employee called his foreman, brought a new spotter out there, and he proceeded and did his work safely and kept everybody else safe around him. It's these instances as well as the others that makes this job a safe job, and I believe Stop, Talk, and Accept has had a great part in that.
Hey buddy, that looks a little dangerous right there. You might want to think about getting a bigger ladder.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Thanks.
Stop, Talk, and Accept was adopted early on in our project. Building the culture early is what's made it a huge success. Stop, Talk, and Accept gives any tradesman the authority to stop any coworker or any level of leadership and for them to accept it and say thank you. The success of Stop, Talk, and Accept is we have now worked 2 million plus man hours with no lost time injuries. As a superintendent, Stop, Talk, and Accept is great because our tradesmen can stop unsafe work immediately, fix the unsafe condition, and then tell us about it after it's already safe.
Excuse me, your seatbelt.
Thank you, Armando.
Early on in the project, we were just coming up out of the ground and we were running an electrical duct bank from the central utility plant across to the hospital. It was a muddy, rainy, cold, wet day right here on the coast. It was cloudy. So I was walking out to make sure that the trench was intact still, and we had to run a trench underneath the grade beam to get the electrical duct bank through to the building. So I was coming out to take a look at that duct bank, make sure everything was still good, and the fall protection, the red barrier had fallen, and it was in the mud. I couldn't see it. I was walking up across the grade beam. There was an electrician in the trench, and he saw me coming, and he stopped me and said, "Hey, you can't come any further. It's a fall hazard over here." And at first I was a little bit upset, a little taken aback. Who is this guy telling me to stop? I'm the general contractor, I can do what I want. But he was right, it was 6 feet or greater. I didn't realize it up on the grade beam. The trench below the grade beam was a good 6 feet down. So, we talked about it. I stopped, he informed me that it was greater than 6 feet. I accepted it, I backed up. We looked around and we found the red barrier tape, put it back in place. And it was a good lesson learned for me, because what that told me was it doesn't matter who you are. With Stop, Talk, and Accept, it doesn't matter your rank, your position, your company. Anybody can do it at any time, and it's just about everybody's safety.
What Stop, Talk, and Accept did for us is leverage the knowledge and the buy-in, the personal buy-in from the workers to create 700, 800, 1,000 site safety health officers watching out that their fellow workers perform their tasks in the safest way possible. We went from caring about ourselves and a handful of people enforcing rules to an entire project all watching out for one another. Being able to leverage that and make that leap from personal caring to caring about everybody else was the great success and what Stop, Talk, and Accept did for us.
No problem, buddy. Have a good day. You too.
Stop, Talk, and Accept creates a project safety culture where all employees, regardless of trade or rank, feel responsible and have the authority and permission to take action for their own safety as well as those around them. Stop, Talk, and Accept is not a meal replacement or a substitute for a solid safety program, a program with well-communicated and enforced safety rules and procedures. Rather, Stop, Talk, and Accept is an idea. It's a culture that gives us an edge to take a project safety performance to the next level. When employees actively watch out for each other, we multiply ourselves and reduce the dependency on our staff alone to promote and encourage safe behaviors. When a project embraces Stop, Talk, and Accept, it must be communicated and explained to all levels of the field management. It should be fully explained at the safety orientation. At our safety orientation, I personally hand out the Stop, Talk, and Accept hard hat sticker to each person individually after I've explained the purpose of Stop, Talk, and Accept and how it works. Stop, Talk, and Accept must then be maintained and supported with positive recognition and positive encouragement for the life of the project. It's very important to understand that Stop, Talk, and Accept is both a horizontal as well as a vertical program. Horizontally, any tradesperson can talk to any tradesperson regardless of what they do and what their trade does. This is where the talk comes in. We talk to each other. We don't condemn or complain. We talk with respect and concern. Accept must be embraced also because it's not a natural human trait to accept correction. It is, however, essential. When we learn to accept and not take a reminder or a correction personally, we are made safer. We are also more likely to talk to someone when we know we're going to get a thank you instead of a pushback. Stop, Talk, and Accept is also a vertical responsibility for a project to adopt because we extend to every employee, especially the field tradesmen, the ability to say no when they are directed to do something unsafe. Often a foreman under production pressure is going to cut corners, will allow risks to be taken, and when a situation is brought to our attention about an unsafe act or order or directive, we need to respond positively and support the courage of an employee to say no to unsafe work, to unsafe conditions, to unsafe direction. We give them that responsibility and authority with Stop, Talk, and Accept. Stop, Talk, and Accept is simple. It's an easy concept to explain and understand. And when implemented properly, it really works.